It's a Matter of Principles by EDU TV, a day out for principals worldwide organized by EDU TV with utmost respect. EDU TV with 1 million eyeballs across the globe.
Connecting schools, universities, industries, and corporate houses.
Hi, this is Shruti Sharma from Delhi International School, Dwarka Sector 23. Keep watching EDU TV. Thank you.
This is Archana Narayan, Principal of the Indian Heights School, Dwarka. Keep watching EDU TV. Thank you so much, Tanya, and thank you so much, Pranav, all the time coming up with all wonderful topics, latest topics. Keep doing well and let the popularity grow. Thank you so much.
Hi, this is Deepika Sharma, Head of School, Maxford School, Dwarka, New Delhi. Keep watching EDU TV. It is a wonderful channel, very informative, very astute and active, and it is bringing education in a very closed manner. So, thumbs up.
WACHME is a safety and security smartwatch phone designed to watch over the safety of our vulnerable family members. It is primarily focused on kids, teenagers, and the elderly. At its core, WACHME boasts proprietary Indian software solution. Engineered with precision and care, WACHME is reliable and very intelligent. What sets WACHME apart is its intelligent algorithms for an awesome battery backup. Equipped with cutting-edge technology, WACHME harnesses the power of GPS, LTE connectivity, and smart Wi-Fi. These features allow for pinpoint accuracy in location tracking, providing peace of mind. Developed by IIT alumni, WACHME's Indian software solution is not just ad-free but also GDPR compliant, ensuring data privacy. Its hardware is assembled in India and proudly contributes to the Make in India program. Discover the peace of mind and safety of your loved ones with WACHME.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Pranati on behalf of EDU TV, and today we have Mr. Vaibhav Srivastav. He is a graduate from IIT Kharagpur, and he is the founder of WACHME. We also have Mr. Pankaj Joshi. He is the principal of Academic World School, Bemtara, Chhattisgarh. I'm going to hand over the floor to you both now.
Hello, sir. Welcome to the
welcome
to the conversation.
Thank you Pranati, and thank you Pranav for having me here, and of course Vaibhav as well.
So sir, I wanted to get in touch with you that as a parent and as a founder of a smart watch phone, which is a WACHME, which we are calling a smartphone substitute, the curiosity came to my mind that our children are studying in regular schools, and there in the PTMs, a regular conversation is that children are getting addicted to technology, or specifically social media, that and we have a hard time controlling the access, arriving at a middle ground where we are using technology or the technology is using us. So the curiosity came that what is the situation in the residential schools, and how are you facing this? Is this a challenge for you, and how are you facing that?
So yes, Vaibhav, you are right. I mean, the latter part of your question is absolutely correct. It is a challenge. But you know, the fact also remains that technology has actually become an indispensable part of our daily life, right? I mean, it's embedded in our daily lives, so much so that individuals across age groups, be it elders or young professionals or even toddlers to a large extent, they're all hooked and engaged in different manners, different technological platforms, and they all have different aspirations from it. So one can buy and sell stuff online. It's used for networking. It is used for educational purpose. So all this is, it's there, and it's really adding value to what we are doing. If you look at it, a technology-enabled classroom is better equipped to hook the students for any lecture. There's no problem in saying that it's the in thing in the day. It enhances their grasping power as well, and it also allows them to you can say logically learn new concepts also, rather than promoting rote learning.
That's right.
It does, technology of course enhances collaborative environment in the classrooms. lot of collaboration among the students, and a lot of collaboration between the teachers and the students. It does create a lot, which you call tech savvy future citizens. Children who are exposed to technology obviously will be doing better in their lives, and at a later stage they will be using technology. uh, Also, the one of the biggest advantage of technology is that students learn something new every day,
That's right.
because with chalk and talk the lessons do become monotonous. And of course, with technology given to their hands, they also tend to take more onus of their responsibilities, because they can single-handedly handle various tasks, diverse tasks. So mobile technology in the classroom, whatever, or social media platforms, they do enhance access to parents. They ensure transparency. They One can communicate clearly about student performances. So all those things are there. There is a lot of data being recorded. There is no element of discrepancy. Everything is transparent. But the biggest challenge that a school, particularly a residential school, or a parent, because I see adults in a residential school, they are similar to parents at home. So the challenges are somewhat similar. So the biggest challenge is ensuring that the students are using technology in the right manner, because
Right.
days are gone, right? Days are gone. You can't keep them away from technology.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I would go to the extent of saying that if I'm keeping my students away from technology, I'm not doing them any justice. I'm actually doing the wrong thing.
Right.
So the point is, how can we do this? How can we ensure that they are using the technology in the right manner? I think we can actually teach them how to do this. We can, of course, in a school have, which we do, regular lessons and workshops on the use of technology. We have different professionals who come to the school and keep talking to our students on how to, use technology. What is the right way to use technology? What is cyber safety? What is cyber security? We even have officials from the cyber cell come to our school and speak to our students. We've had officials from the industry speak to our students. We talk to them about cyber safety. We talk to them about cyber security. We talk to them about its impact on health, physical health as well as mental health, and a lot of other things. So another thing, other than that, that's about sensitizing them. But I think as a school, another responsibility is, which is parallel with the parents as well. They need to do the same things at home. We need to have the safety and security devices in place. We need to have firewalls in the school, because we need to see that they are not exposed to what they should not know.
Right.
So students can only access whatever is being monitored. And of course, as a school, we do have consequences if we find there is an irresponsible use of technology. Of course, having said that, the fact still remains that cybersecurity and the privacy of our students and teachers is one of the biggest challenges that we are facing, because we
Right.
need our students to be given that private space, because
Right.
internet,
Right.
or it's all open, they're safe. They are youngsters, they don't really realize when they are unsafe. It's for us as adults to make sure that cybersecurity is there, they're safe, their privacy is kept. But it's a big challenge. Yes, we need to have systems in place, and the whole point is that we do have a robust firewall in the school. But students, being students, they do find ways,
So,
how to jump
um,
that firewall.
right. So I am also a
So,
tech.
and I think the last important thing, which I as a principal feel, as a head of school feel, and it is, in my understanding, one of the most important thing is the role modeling by the adults in the school. Because if the
Hmm.
adults are role modeling the proper thing, that's the only way how we can have an impact on the students.
Absolutely right. I'm also a technologist, so I absolutely agree with that. So, what you said about how to control and firewalling so that the our children do not fall into the trap that is sometimes intentionally laid. Okay, and one of
Yes,
such traps is social media. While
exactly.
it is enabling, and sometimes it enables social revolutions also, but with adults. But as far as the children are concerned, till they reach an adult age and they're able to, in fact, fake news is a very big problem on social media, and there are so many numerous problems. So is smartphone, the one of the topics is concern is that by giving access to technology, laptops and smartphones, now smart, that is also giving children access to social media, and that is being called in some circles as digital cocaine. Okay, now how to prevent it? And it is addictive even for adults. uh,
Yes.
it is, and it can be even more addictive and even more damaging for children if they are getting access to it from a small age. So, especially when they are after class sixth or let's say eighth, when they are getting into the competitive world, as per the Right to Education Act, till class eight they cannot, they will always pass. Okay, but after class eight, especially, and it's more so after 10th when they have to compete for colleges. So is access to, so some people are coming to us and they're saying that that they are concerned that their children are not due to heavy smartphone usage, their competitive rankings in colleges might be affected, and they are concerned about the heavy social media usage. So are you also facing this thing? Is this a concern? Is this a talking point with among you, with you?
See, Vaibhav, I think you're very right in the use of that term, digital cocaine, which it is. But this is one of those cocaines which are there in the system. So you really can't completely remove it. If it was the actual cocaine, you can send somebody to the rehabilitation center and things can be worked out. But with social media being termed as a digital cocaine, the same does not apply. So the question here is not whether children should use social media. I think the question over here is when should children use social media? That's the larger
Yeah.
question. And parents must intervene because what is happening, parents just are not intervening. Parents are very scared that what will happen if we intervene. I think the, the first and foremost thing that parents need to do is they need to educate themselves about social media, because social media doesn't always mean everything that is there on the internet. There's a difference between use of technology and social media. That's one thing that parents need to educate themselves about. Because I remember till a few years ago, social media typically meant Facebook and MySpace, right? But that's not the case anymore. I mean, social media, there are, you name it, and there are a number of sites. There are, maybe if I start listing them, 50% of the sites I may not even know the names of these sites. So one of the things is that parents need to themselves first know what are these sites, because there is a huge gap between the parents' knowledge and the knowledge of the youngsters, that their children. I think another important thing is every family has its own culture and its own understanding of things. So parents actually need to establish an age limit for their children to start social media. So for example, all these social media sites that we have, they normally have an age limit. But children's uh, what children do is they work around that. they
It's
f-
very,
they enter fake age into that,
that's right,
and
there
then
is.
they get membership of that. So that's where the role of parents becomes very, very important. So parents need to really take control of that situation, because most of the times what the children do is they take their parents permission and then they become members of Facebook or
Yes.
Instagram. That's where I think the parents need to be very, very strict.
So as
Of
you
course, parents also need, yeah,
yeah, yeah, please.
parents also very, very regularly need to check their children's privacy settings. That's important. And they also need to stress upon their children, which is a very, very important thing, because there are enough stalkers on the internet. The children are not aware of that. So children who are on the social media and are of a young age, the parents need to ensure that the child keeps the profile private, so that not everybody can actually access that. And then another important thing, and this I'm telling you by my experience, uh, in the schools that I worked with, it is very, very important to make sure that your children, whether in the school or as a parent, they should not be posting personal details, not including phone numbers or addresses, and particularly check-ins. Check-ins are the most important things,
Right,
because I don't think I can do justice without mentioning this.
right, you
For, goes
absolutely
without saying, passwords and photos and videos and all these things, they jeopardize the safety and security of the children.
right.
and and
So
and I
right,
think a strong password, I mean, the list is long, right? I
right,
can
right,
go
absolutely
on
right.
and on and on.
It's like the
Basically, the
reserve.
crux of the yeah,
It,
crux of the matter is that parents need to establish guidelines for the use of of social media
Yeah,
at
so
home.
it's like,
That is the,
the reserve,
or at school, yes.
just like the Reserve Bank of India, they send out a
Yes,
lot of guidelines about UPI usage. And
absolutely.
but still we find so many adults falling into the trap laid down by several scamsters who rob them, who
Yes,
rob people
absolutely.
using the digital. So, sir,
Yes,
the word that you use, that parents need to take control. So in that direction, that's the direction that we have worked, and we have created our product called WACHME, where we have created a parallel or a middle ground between no technology and uncontrolled
yes,
technology. So that's where
yeah,
we have this initiative, and that's why we called it's the name is WACHME, that the user is consenting, that I'm giving the consent to the parent. It's not a spying device, that it's out of concern and love for our children, that they do not fall into this trap of technology. So we have created this middle ground and tried to offer a solution where parents and even institutions can keep technology in control, can have a control over the use of a very powerful device called a smartphone. But a child is not capable enough to know what is to be shared, what is not to be shared. And some children are, definitely some children are very smart, but most of the children are they can
they're not.
fall
Yes.
into some one trap or the other. There are so many traps. So that was what would be your advice to us about our product, that, and how do we take this story so that to create an awareness about this, that
See, yeah.
and
So just, yeah. I mean, I get that. I mean, you've actually talked about today something which is always been very near and dear to my heart, and you must have seen the excitement when I'm speaking to
yes.
you. This is something that I've been working on, and a few days ago, I think about a week ago, I had the people from this local cyber cell speak to our students in school.
Mhm.
So that's why most of the things that are in my head are from there. It's not my own creation. So you see, I mean, the fact is that overexposure to social media, right, basically means overexposure to the screen. That's how I connect it. So if they use too much of screen,
Yes,
they are exposed to too much of blue light.
correct.
And if they are exposed to too much of blue light, there is always a possibility, in fact, it's a very strong possibility that they will undergo hormonal disbalance. Their brain will start secreting hormones, which will affect their whole body, their thinking, their everything, right? So that's where the problem lies. And there is enough medical research. So the whole point is that we do not need to restrict the usage of social media, but the parents, teachers, and caregivers have a huge and big role to play in this. And
Yeah.
as you said, the product that we are talking about right now, Watch Me, as I can understand it, it gives you everything that a smartphone has.
Every-
It gives you everything that a smartwatch has, but it has a little bit of a difference in the sense that one, the kid or the student or the child cannot simply just go to a place and buy something from there
that's right.
and install an
That's
app which is detrimental,
yes.
right? And that is, I think, what is needed, because there is a customized operating system.
Yes,
So I think with the parents consent or with the admin's consent, they can still take in apps which will help them in their education, which will help in their sports, or which will help in their fitness, which will help in their taking keeping track of their health, and so on and so forth. So basically, rather than having a wild access
right.
to the internet, students of younger age, maybe up to 16 or 17 or 18, that's for the parents to decide, because as I said, different families have their own
That's right.
different set of values and set of
Absolutely.
requirements. But
Absolutely.
I think it's a good way. I think this product of yours that you're talking about, that's what I see it as, and it's a good way to provide a controlled environment to the students, so that they are not deprived of technology, which is not obviously the way
That's
to go. because I cannot at this point of time, if I have a 16-year-old boy or a girl at my home, I cannot just ask them to give their cell phone to me.
Right.
And just tell them that I'm not giving you a cell phone, because
Right.
that gives
Right.
rise to other psychological problems in the
Right.
family. So I think all in all, as much as I have understood, this product at the current point of time, especially particularly in an Indian setup, in an Indian cultural setup, this seems to be as an absolute solution to this problem of parents not being able to properly control the access of youngsters to social media.
Thank you, sir, and thanks for your encouragement and the kind words. And this is the story that we are trying to take to the Indian audience. This
Yes.
We started as a safety idea after the Nirvya incident. It took us but we took it upon
Yeah.
ourselves that we will do something which is Indian and which belongs to us. We are not under the control of a
Yes.
foreign country, and 50% we are self-reliant. At least software is ours. Now we
Right.
are confident that in 2 years time, in 1 or 2 year time, we will be having our own Indian hardware also to match with the government's vision of our self-reliance in semiconductors. So thank you.
And Weber, and if you think about it in a philosophical sense, there can be two extremes: not using social
That's
media
right.
and using all the social media. So what you have created is a middle path, and I've
That's
always felt, that's been my life philosophy, that the middle path is always the best way to trade, because it has the goodness of both.
Yes.
So this seems to be one of the best solutions to it. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, sir. So it's
It was a pleasure
it has been
speaking. It was a
it
pleasure
has been an
speaking to you,
arduous
Vaibhav.
journey, and it has been great meeting you. And thank you, Pranav, for introducing us to Mr. Pankaj.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you on behalf of Edu TV. And I hope you have a great day.
ये रहे आपके 30 दिन के दूध के पैसे।
पर पिछला महीना तो 31 का था ना अम्मा।
वाहिरो, इसको क्या खिलाती हो?
पिलाती हूँ। हॉर्लिक्स।
अब हॉर्लिक्स में है प्रोटीन, विटामिन डी और फॉलिक एसिड जैसे 27 न्यूट्रिएंट्स जो बढ़ाए शारीरिक ग्रोथ और मेंटल शार्पनेस को।
क्रिकेट में कैप्टन और मम्मी का मैनेजर। थैंक यू।
EDU TV with 1 million eyeballs across the globe.
Connecting schools, universities, industries, and corporate houses.
Hi, this is Pranav Guha Thakurta from EDU TV. With more than 1 million eyes on us, today we are with Dr. Deepika Sharma, Principal, Grand Columbus International School, Faridabad. She is also the Vice Chair of Sahoday, Faridabad. Ma'am, welcome to the show. Ma'am, as CBSE is coming with new policies for grade 10th and 12th examination in 2024, we would like to have your advice on the same.
Hi Pranav, thanks for having me on EduTV with Million Eyes. You're going from pillar to post and you're doing a great job. Talking about the changes which are coming session, the CBSE grade 10th and 12th would be a different ball game. The rote system is totally out. What is in is that the exams would be there twice a year. The students have the choice to take any exam. It's optional for them. There is more flexibility. They can take more subjects other than what is really in their stream. For example, a student of science can also take psychology, can also take fine arts, can also take music. Also, there is emphasis on multiple choice questions. Earlier there were short and long questions. To do away with the rote system, now the emphasis is on multiple choice questions, so there would be more of them. Besides that, you have for students to ensure that there is less of anxiety, they have done away with the once in a year system. They also have a lot of sample papers on website to see what kind of questions there would be. Also, in the results, there's no merit, no distinction. So you got to do your own scores. When you go to the college, it's the university's prerogative to see what kind of scores they need. People who are doing the Olympiads are taking the sports nationally or internationally. Their exams can be rescheduled. So a huge flexibility in comparison to what had been happening till now. So very welcome step. Very excited to be at what is happening and being NEP aligned.
It's a matter of principles by EDU TV. EDU TV with 1 million eyeballs across the globe.
Connecting schools, universities, industries, and corporate houses.